Good evening, everyone. At this time, I'd like to call the regular Committee of the Whole meeting to order for the Village of Tinley Park, Cook and Will Counties, being held today on Tuesday, April 18th, 2023. I have the clock at 6:03 p.m. Madam Clerk, can you please call the roll for the Committee of the Whole meeting?
Trustee Brady?
Here.
Trustee Brennan?
Present.
Trustee Galante? Here. Trustee Mahoney?
Present.
Trustee Mueller?
Here.
Trustee Sullivan? Here. President Klotz?
We are all present and accounted for, so we will get started. Having quorum, we will move on to item number 3. At this time, I'd look for a motion to approve the minutes of the Committee of the Whole meeting held on March 21st, 2023. Do I have such a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Thank you, Dennis.
Oh, second.
Thank you, Colleen. And Madam Clerk, can you call the roll for item number 3?
Trustee Brady?
Yes.
Trustee Brennan?
Yes.
Trustee Galante? Yes. Trustee Mahoney?
Yes.
Trustee Mueller?
Yes.
Trustee Sullivan?
Yes.
That motion carries. Move on to item number 4. So what we have before us is a draft liquor code amendment for a new Class T liquor license for alcohol to be served from a food truck. I believe we have Ann and Hannah here to give a brief synopsis and then get some direction from the board on any changes that we'd like to have made.
Thank you, Trustee Mueller. Yes, as you stated, this would be a new liquor license classification. It does not currently exist. We had an establishment that has a registered food truck in town come forward and ask if this was a possibility. So staff did some additional research. We discussed with our police department, with our health and consumer protection officer and our community development department. And this is something that we are recommending that we move forward with. It's really, similar to other liquor licenses in the sense that we put regulations on it. The draft language is in the memo that was put in the board packet, so hopefully you've all had a chance to review, but really just looking to see if this is something that the board is comfortable with moving forward with.
Sounds very good. Thank you, Hannah. I will go ahead and start off. Fully supportive of this new classification. I think this is a great way for the food trucks to be able to offer liquor in a safe manner to their customers. I think it's a fantastic idea. I'll just say, just reading the draft ordinance, I think there's a couple things that we should probably work on. I think the wording around who would be carded was a little bit strange, and I think we just need to work on that. I think it was stating anybody that looks like they're under 21, but I'm sure we want to be a little bit more restrictive than that. Baby face of mine, I'll be carded every time I go over there. And then the other thing I was also looking for is probably some timings around when liquor would be allowed to be served. I'm not sure if there's another code or ordinance that we can cite, but I'm sure we don't want it to be all hours of all days. And so if we can just make those two things clear, I'm perfectly fine with everything that's there. And I'll turn it over to the rest of the board for questions and comments.
I was, you took it for me, thank you. I was concerned about the time element as well.
Sure.
Thank you, Mr. Brady. Anybody else like to comment on the Class T liquor license?
Just that it's a great idea. I mean, that's great to see the food trucks, starting to get to that. That's seen that everywhere.
Thank you, Diane. Others from the board? Any additional comments or clarifications?
No, I just think that the timing issue is something that should, kind of correspond with our current liquor licenses within the village. So that's about it for me.
Yeah, just to comment on that really quick, since we've got a couple people who've mentioned it, we are going to limit it a bit more. I think we're thinking sometime between 10 and 12. That's one of the things we are nailing down to finalize. But current liquor licenses permit time until 2 a.m. in the morning, so we're not even going to go that far.
Right.
It'll be more restrictive than that.
Right.
So.
Yep. Very good.
Especially if it's at a private event at somebody's house or something like that, that's
Yep.
going to be in the middle of a neighborhood.
Yep.
Thanks, Hannah.
You don't need any movements for this today. This would come before us again at a cow.
If you could just motion it to the next board meeting
Okay.
to be safe. I think we're good.
I'm seeing general agreement on it, and so I believe I'd be comfortable with that. And then if anybody has any comments on the draft that you come up with, I think we can take care of that administratively.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
So at this time, I'll look for a motion to move the Class T liquor license to the village board meeting on May 2nd, 2023.
I'll make the motion.
Thank you, Colleen. Look for a second.
I'll second it.
Thank you, Mr. Brennan. Madam Clerk, can you call the roll for item number 4?
Trustee Brady?
Yes.
Trustee Brennan?
Yes.
Trustee Galante?
Yes.
Trustee Mahoney?
Yes.
Trustee Mueller?
Yes.
Trustee Sullivan?
Yes.
That motion carries. We look forward to seeing that in a couple of weeks. Moving on to item number 5, receive an update on downtown parking amendments. So the Community Development and the Marketing Department have been working together to advertise our ample parking downtown, as I understood it from the memo. Take it away, Dan.
Yeah, and I guess I'll hit it beforehand. It's more than just me and marketing. I think police, definitely Public Works have been involved in this too, so it's kind of been a group effort to hopefully relay a message that there's free available parking in the center of downtown, make that a little clearer where it's at and where it's located. I think we have there's quite a bit of available public parking in downtown. We just needed to relay that message a little better. So we do have, there's an example here of just kind of one of the signs that would go up and just make it a little clearer that, gonna Vanna white it a little bit. Oh. So that's kind of step one, is making sure we have a little bit clearer signage. Actually, I think going out there, some of the signage is even contradictory depending on what parking lot you're in. So this will make it a lot clearer when you can park, and really getting the message across that most of the time, it's almost always free. So except for between 5 and 10. So the other change that we've kind of made here is that right now it's 10:30. We're going to be moving that time just back to 10 o'clock to make it a little simpler on everyone. The signs are going to be made in-house, and that's thanks to Public Works as well for figuring that out. I think it's Steve Nemechek we've been working with, and he's been really helpful. And then also John getting his guys ready to go to install them pretty quickly too. So we don't really need any action on this. There's no ordinances involved in it, but we're just kind of giving a heads up to the board as well as the public that this change will be coming, but it should be a positive one, I think, downtown.
Vanna, I'd like to buy an E.
Thanks for being my Vanna White too, showing off the sign.
Ding.
Well, thank you guys for bringing that to our attention. Is there any feedback from the board that you guys would like to provide?
Great idea.
Well done.
So we will look forward to those, and I assume there'll be a marketing blast that comes out as that signage gets out there, so,
Absolutely.
perfect.
And that's just kind of step one. I'll say we have some other stuff that's happening as well that hopefully we'll be able to bring forward to you in the coming months and this year for additional parking availability in downtown.
Sounds great. Thank you. So moving on to item number 6. Discuss amendments to Chapter 129F of the Tinley Park Municipal Code, crime-free housing. Chief, are you taking this one?
Yes, thank you. Basically, it's just the changing of a term from abatement, or to abatement from eviction. It just gives the landlord a few more options other than going automatically to eviction, for the lesser crimes. And it's just the option given to them, and if they persist, then we will find the landlord instead of this, and then ultimately get them evicted. So just change of a term.
Sounds great. Any questions for the chief on item number 6, the find and replace? Seeing none, I'll look for a motion to move item number 6 to the village board meeting later on this evening.
I'll make that motion.
Thank you, Bill.
I'll second.
Thank you, Bill. Madam Clerk, can you call the roll on item number 6?
Trustee Brady?
Yes.
Trustee Brennan?
I'm sorry, what's that?
This is the part where you vote.
Oh, yes.
Thank you. Trustee Galante?
Yes.
Trustee Mahoney?
Yes.
Trustee Mueller?
Yes.
Trustee Sullivan?
Yes.
That motion carries. Thank you, Bill. We'll get a stick to poke you.
I'm quite sure what's happening.
Item number 7, discuss ordinance for pay scales for the fiscal year ending April 30th, 2024. So this is just changing the pay scales. I believe it's 3% broadly. Pat, are you taking this one, or who's taking this one? Or Angela?
I can take this one.
The village's pay plan establishes the compensation structure under which employees are paid. It defines the positions, the pay steps, or the pay ranges, depending on the appendix that we're looking at for our non-union positions. So for fiscal year '24, it's being recommended that we move forward with a 3% market wage adjustment to those pay steps and those pay ranges. Your packets included a copy of that compensation plan, a couple memos. I'd be happy to answer any questions that you may have.
Thank you, Angela. Questions from the board about the pay scale increase that the staff is proposing of 3%?
Okay?
Thank you, Angela. At this time, I'll look for a motion to move, I believe this is item number 7, to the village board meeting later on this evening.
I'll make the motion.
Thank you, Colleen.
I'll second.
Thank you, Dennis. Madam Clerk, can you call the roll for item number 7?
Trustee Brady?
Yes.
Trustee Brennan?
Yes.
Trustee Galante?
Yes.
Trustee Mahoney?
Yes.
Trustee Mueller?
Yes,
Trustee Sullivan?
Yes.
that motion carries. Item number 8, discuss the pavement management program contract with Iroquois Paving. Mr. Urbanski.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. This is our annual pavement management program. Went out to bid. We had 4 respondents. The best bid that came back was from Iroquois Paving in the amount of $4,027,065.10. This bid allows us to include approximately 8.24 miles of pavement improvements. We have a little bit of contingency in the budgeted amount, which puts us exactly on line for budget, hoping we will be able to return some of that contingency for funding back. Looking for approval for committee and board.
Sounds good. Thank you, John. Any questions for the pavement management program contract to Iroquois Paving? Seeing none, at this time I'll ask for a motion to move item number 8 to the village board meeting later on this evening.
I'll make that motion.
Thank you, Mr. Brady.
I'll second it.
Thank you, Mr. Brennan. Madam Clerk, can you call the roll for item number 8?
Trustee Brady?
Yes.
Trustee Brennan?
Yes.
Trustee Galante?
Yes.
Trustee Mahoney?
Yes.
Trustee Mueller?
Yes.
Trustee Sullivan?
Yes.
That motion carries. Item number 9, discuss the 2023 Sidewalk and Curb Program contract with Davis Concrete. Mr. Urbanski again.
Thank you. This is a new bid for a 3-year contract. Davis Concrete was the apparent low bidder for the amount of scope of work. This is for work, sidewalk, flat work, and curb outside of the PMP program throughout town. We had a bid of $190,650, which is, falls within the estimate amounts. We will hold a contingency on this also for any other items that may pop up throughout the project. Looking for committee approval and move to the board.
Very good. Any questions for the, this is the Sidewalk and Curb Program for Mr. Urbanski? Seeing none, at this time, I'll look for a motion to move item number 9 to the village board meeting later on this evening.
So moved.
Thank you, Mr. Brennan. Thank you, Colleen. Madam Clerk, can you call the roll for item number 9?
Trustee Brady?
Yes.
Trustee Brennan?
Yes.
Trustee Galante?
Yes.
Trustee Mahoney?
Yes.
Trustee Mueller?
Yes.
Trustee Sullivan?
Yes.
That motion carries. Item number 10, discuss the landscape bed maintenance contract with Semmer Landscape. I don't know if I've got that one correct, but John, I'll take it from there.
That is correct, Summer Landscape. Thank you. So this is an item that went out to RFP due to the specificity of landscape bed maintenance. It was scored amongst 3 or 4 departments, or I'm sorry, businesses that submitted. Summer Landscape had the best rating with our committee. The contract amount for the first year of 3 is for $165,895. It falls within our contracted amount, and seeing that we don't have any change orders, we would be just over $9,000 under budget. Looking for committee approval and forward onto the board.
Questions about the contract with Semmer Landscape? At this time, I'll look for a motion to move item number 10 to the village board meeting later on this evening.
Make the motion?
Thank you,
I'll second.
Colleen. Thank you, Mr. Brady. Madam Clerk, can you call the roll for item number 10?
Trustee Brady?
Yes.
Trustee Brennan?
Yes.
Trustee Galante?
Yes.
Trustee Mahoney?
Yes.
Trustee Mueller?
Yes.
Trustee Sullivan?
Yes.
That motion carries. Moving on to item number 11. We've got a renewal for this one. Discuss the landscape planters and beautification contract renewal with City Escape Garden and Design. John, you want to take this one?
Yes, sir. Thank you again. This, as you said, is a renewal of last year's contract for the landscape planters and hanging baskets throughout town. We have approximately 70 planters and 140 hanging baskets. This is for an amount of $222,173.06. We're about $3,000 under budget for this year's contract.
Sounds very good. Any questions for the contract renewal with City Escape Garden and Design from the board?
I'm just curious if, does this go out to bid each time, or is just, if it's just a renewal, we don't put a bid out?
So when the initial contract was placed out, it was put together for a 3-year contract. The first year does go out to bid, and then after that, based on how much they put in their submission of what their increase in contract will be each year, then all the math is tallied, and we decide, based on low bid and how much the increase is each year, who would be the best contract for the village.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions for the contract renewal with City Escape Garden and Design? At this time, I'll look for a motion to move item number 11 to the village board meeting later on this evening.
Make the motion?
I'll second it.
Thank you, Colleen. Thank you, Bill. Madam Clerk, can you call the roll for item number 11?
Trustee Brady?
Yes.
Trustee Brennan?
Yes.
Trustee Galante?
Yes.
Trustee Mahoney?
Yes.
Trustee Mueller?
Yes,
Trustee Sullivan?
Yes.
that motion carries. Item number 12, another contract renewal, this time with Naturalized Area Maintenance Contract for, I'm not going to get this one correct, so I'll hand it over to John to describe it.
Yes, thank you. As you said, this is for the contractor renewal project for the maintenance of stormwater areas, which is stewardship of naturalized areas throughout various locations of the village. Stantec, which was previously Cardno, who we've contracted with for many years, has again rated high on our RFP scoring, and this is a renewal year 2 of 3 for the amount of $189,500. Looking for committee approval and move to the board.
Sounds very good. Questions on the contract renewal with Stantec? At this time, I'll ask for a motion to move item number 12 to the village board meeting later on this evening.
So moved.
Thank you, Bill.
Second?
Thank you, Dennis. Madam Clerk, can you please call the roll on item number 12?
Trustee Brady?
Yes.
Trustee Brennan?
Yes.
Trustee Galante?
Yes.
Trustee Mahoney?
Yes.
Trustee Mueller?
Yes,
Trustee Sullivan?
Yes.
that motion carries. Item number 13, discuss Oak Park Avenue Sidewalk Improvement Project contract with McGill Construction. Last one for you tonight, John.
Yes, thank you. Save the best for last. I'm actually very excited to present this to the committee here. This is for an area of Oak Park Avenue that previously did not have any multi-use path or walking availability for our pedestrians to get to and from downtown area. It is between Tinley Park Drive and just north of 171st Street on the east side of the road of Oak Park Avenue. It will relocate some infrastructure along the median in between the Ranch Road there and Oak Park Avenue, and afford a sidewalk ADA accessible. And we had 6 bidders on there, and the lowest bidder was McGill Construction in the amount of $739,000, $374.65. We were able to, getting this out, able to get the upcoming budget to afford the offset in the original estimate to cover the overage. So we're looking for an ad budget for upcoming fiscal year, committee approval, and move to the board.
Sounds very good. Looking forward to the extra sidewalks downtown. Questions or comments from the board on the contract with McGill Construction for the sidewalk improvement projects?
That comment, Mike?
Go ahead.
I just want to thank John and staff. Ever since been on the board since 2017. This is something that we've been working on with staff to have sidewalks installed on Oak Park Avenue. The way it was for so many years was dangerous, and so thank you, John and staff, for everyone working on this. This has been a request of many residents for decades, so thank you, John.
Thank you.
Thank you. Other questions and comments from the board?
I'll just echo what the mayor said. I think it's been a long time coming, and a lot of hard work went into it, so thanks for this.
Thank you, Mr. Brennan. At this time, I'll look for a motion to move item number 13 to the village board meeting later on this evening.
So moved.
Thank you, Bill.
Second?
Thank you, Dennis. Madam Clerk, can you call the roll for item number 13?
Trustee Brady?
Yes.
Trustee Brennan?
Yes.
Trustee Galante?
Yes.
Trustee Mahoney?
Yes.
Trustee Mueller?
Yes.
Trustee Sullivan?
Yes.
That motion carries. Item number 14. At this time, we'll like to receive comments from the public for the committee of the whole. Would anyone from the public like to address the committee of the whole? Let the record reflect there is none. At this time, I'll ask for a motion to adjourn the committee of the whole meeting.
I'll second.
You'll make the motion.
Yes, I'll make the motion.
You made the motion.
I'll second.
Thank you, Colleen. Thank you, Bill. Madam Clerk, can you please call the roll for Mr. Brady's motion to adjourn the committee of the whole meeting?
Trustee Brady?
Yes.
Trustee Brennan?
Yes.
Trustee Galante?
Yes.
Trustee Mahoney?
Yes.
Trustee Mueller?
Yes.
Trustee Sullivan?
Yes.
That motion carries, and we are adjourned at 6:24 PM. We will start the village board meeting here shortly.